and tell me who are you going to vote for. Get this video to 1,000 likes, my people. Share the video. Of course, it is Guidance Saturdays. Subscribe to the channel, my people. I'm not going to do too much talking. Listen to this.
After the 15th of September, which is when the parliament dissolves, the prime minister has no power to call no election. So even if you see him at the point after the 15th of September, if he steps to the podium and says, I have informed the Governor General that the election is this date, it's just one big dummy standing up trying to save face because time run out on him.
Alright, so I'm now go waste some more on the time. Yes. Now, we're talking about the election. If a JLP you go vote for, if you're a Labourite, come in JLP. If you're a Comrade, come in PNP. Who will you vote for? You understand? That was ISAT BUCHANAN a while ago. Now, the hinting of what many persons are saying is the cancellation of the election that is supposed to happen. Now, Malahoo Fort came the other day. You know what many persons are saying? That clarification about the date of the election constitutionally due wherever, whenever, however, was useless and meaningless. Because at the end of the day, they are saying that the JLP keep election in a big C time. So why now them a try stall it or seemingly create the perception like them a stall the election? Okay? So what the comrades now are now saying that they need to hurry up and call the election because them are going to lose. But the Labourite are singing a different story as it relates to that. You understand? Mark Golin was quoted saying to Andrew Holness, call it, call it, call it. Because they are confident that the comrades and the PNP will win. Now, as it relates to the Labourite story, it's a different thing. You understand? Okay? Of course, the Labourites want a third term. No doubt about that. Prime Minister Andrew Holness wants to be elected again. But so is the forerunner, Mark Golin. So, who will you vote for, everybody? Comment your thoughts inside of the comment section. Of course, as I'm going to say again, if it is Comrades, drop PNP in the comment section. If it's Labourite, drop JLP in the comment section. And like and share the video. Now, of course, this stance on the JLP administration's recent clarification for the dissolving of the general elections, my people, which many persons were saying it is constitutionally due by September. Well, you just heard ISAT BUCHANAN a while ago say it. Now, Malahoo Fort has more things to say pertaining to that because many persons are now in fear that this announcement that was made recently is them saying that, look, we call election when we feel like we call it, when we want to call it, and it might not be in this year. You understand? But that's a go the overall stance on the matter. Anyway, let's get to what Malahoo Fort is saying. She's now saying that the election due date comment aimed at tackling misinformation. Okay? What ISAT BUCHANAN just said a while ago is this. If him not come by the 15th of September, him can't come say him go call none because he won't have a choice. It is due whether him like it, yes or no. You understand? And there's nothing he can do after the 15th without time power. So for the people, they will make it look like, yes, them can dictate when the election is going to be. Comrades are saying that Andrew Holness is in fear and a stall for call the election because he might go lose. You understand? Anyway, I can hear Malahoo Fort say. Now, Constitutional Affairs Minister Marlene Malahoo Fort says her controversial remark over the constitutional due date for the next general elections were intended to promote better understanding in media and the public at large of the provisions of our law regarding the polls. Now, during a recent meeting of the Joint Select Committee of Parliament, Malahoo Fort suggested that December, not September, as widely believed was the latest date per the law hold the general election. So, it don't look like it going to happen in September then. Maybe December is what she's saying. As a matter of fact, her comment on the matter, she was even saying that constitutionally, they must say that it can go up to 5 years before them keep an election, upwards of 5 years before them even think about for call one. So the date is undecided. They officially don't know when the election is going to be. And again, the comrade them, I said, this is a coward approach. Drop a like on the video, everybody. While the JLPs strategically, and this is according to the JLP people, they're saying that Andrew Holness is working strategically to make sure he secures the win. You understand? Moving right along. Anyway, now the comments were slammed by opposition People's National Party, PNP, as well gratuitous, with the party claiming that the remarks appear to be designed to inject uncertainty and confusion among the public. And I agree. I strongly agree, because you know why? I don't know people have it for set the elections due in September. People been said from last year. So why now, the year of an election, you would have come out come say that? Why? That was unnecessary. Totally unnecessary, and that is my opinion. I agree. This was unnecessary. You should have nipped that bud from the very beginning. If it is indeed that the narrative that we're spreading are false, and people did have it to say election is September, you know of it from last year, then make the speech. No, in the final year, when everybody want to close the chapter, put them finger upon the ink and press the like button and comment them favorite party. You go come out come say, well, if the people them will say elections due in September, well, me have news for you, because really and truly the constitution never said that they say it due. Rubbish. And that's what I'm saying. This is unnecessary. Whole heap more things did they ever talk about. Rather than you come now. It did indeed create not only, of course, as well, the PNP I say uncertainty, but it is almost as if that you created public mischief. You understand? And I agree. Anyway, let's go on to hear what they must say. Now, in a statement on Friday, the minister said her remarks were a clarification of a point in law on which there is misinformation in the public domain about the Constitution of Jamaica prescribes that the general elections in Jamaica are to be held, if not sooner, called. Now, she further noted that she did not comment on when the general elections will be called, out of recognition to the fact that the decision remains that prerogative of the Prime Minister. And furthermore, she said Prime Minister Andrew Holness has already stated publicly that the elections are due by September. So where you come out come say that for them? If your boss come say it already, said this is going to be the date, why you come out and say, well, it not due constitutionally, really and truly, but for the people, so wouldn't it then say, if you're talking about information in the public space, and that people who are of the perception that it is going to be September after your boss talk and say September, what is it? Wouldn't you have said then that he's creating misinformation? Wouldn't you say what he has said is misinformation if you seek to address misinformation about the election and it is whether or not it is due in September? Your boss said it already that you need to clarify that. Then that would have been said that then it come from the horse's mouth that he's spreading lies. So what are you clarifying? Rubbish. Drop a like on the video and tell me who you're going to vote for. Lady, you don't make no sense. You understand? Anyway, in dismissing the calls from the opposition, Mallahu Fort added the government is steadily achieving success in addressing the matters affecting the people, while the opposition is singularly focused on achieving power at all cost, including creating confusion and spreading misinformation. Lie. I take that part there for Andrew still, when he did that talk about the increase, when? Year before last year? The increase of almost 200%, and then him give back fee money, and then the people him will say him rich and take it, and him must say lie. Me teeth that part different him still. Me not tell you no lie. But yeah, this don't make no sense. What you're saying is total garbage. You understand? It did indeed create uncertainty among the Jamaican people whether or not the elections were due in September. And if your boss comes say it, which is your president and your leader, then you should not have came out and said constitutionally the elections. Well, what would you achieve in that is now saying that maybe if the Prime Minister change his mind, you can come out and say, well, me did tell you no. Because you have to think about things from all angles. So what you would have done now if the Prime Minister change his mind is lay the foundation for come out and say, well, if you go face backlash for push back the elections, you can come out, come say me did already tell you no. Think about it. Drop a like on the video, share the video, more to come, stay tuned, don't go away. I will be back.